Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Mafia Definite Edition, where we have just arrived at Sarah's place. So let's hop out of the car and see that we find her apartment quickly and see what is then going to happen to us.
You're late. Dinner's cold.
Work. Marry me.
Okay.
Okay, chapter done, I guess, and it goes to the next one. Okay, that of course is done. Neat. Let's see how the next chapter is being called. Omerta 1933.
Hey, boss. I came as soon as I got your message.
Sit down, Tom. We have a mole, Tom.
No. Oh,
I was up all night driving myself nuts trying to figure it out. I started thinking maybe it's one of our guys. We aren't paying his fair share. Someone with a light wallet. Maybe looking to Morello for a new suit. Frank wasn't around, so I went to the safe to get the account books. To see who's getting cents on the dollar he's earned.
what do you know?
The books are gone, Tom.
Frank.
More than 50 years I've known him. Everything I have, I got with Frank. And every buck we've earned, every dime we've paid out, it's all logged in those books. Frank hands those over to the feds, we're finished.
Frank respects one person in this whole town, and that's you. This has got to be some kind of misunderstanding.
I've been calling him all day. I went by his place. He's gone. His wife and kid are gone.
But why?
I don't know. I'm sure he has his reasons. Maybe he's still smarting over the dog.
But when you tried to drown?
Yeah. Same one I shot after he wouldn't let me sink her. I was a stupid kid, Tommy. But grudge or no grudge, we gotta get those books back. Shake down all our stories. See who knows what. When you catch up to Frank, you get those books. And if he doesn't have them on him, you make him tell you where to find them. After that, you do what we gotta do. Vincenzo's waiting for you with a clean car.
That is not a nice thing. Okay, I mean, talking mob-wise, of course, I understand it, but You know what I mean.
Tough day
We gotta
today,
keep a
Tom.
lid on this town. Start with Biff, but don't give him nothing. I got you a clean set of wheels. And something special here, if you want it.
Of course I want it.
When Frank sees a Lapara, he'll know. The old ways work.
I honestly would rather go with this car, but obviously we can't. But it has neat and nice acceleration as well. That is all we in every open world game like this, or GTA, whatever game you want to call, always, at least for me, nice looking and fast driving cars is the way to go. And it even sounds nice. This was always when I played GTA 5 when it was released for the PlayStation 4. Always was for me one of the most amazing things how the cars actually sound like. Okay, let's okay, yes, I remember. We've been here before. In one of the at the time where we actually joined the mob, we didn't went in with, but let's see.
Tommy, what's the rumpus?
Come on, talk. This is the thing I do not like.
Heard any big news lately? Something that Don might want to know.
It depends. What's it worth to you?
$20.
How about 40?
All right, spill.
The FBI's in town. They're getting something from Morello, but I don't know what.
How'd you hear?
Little Tony got some guy drunk in the Black Cat and drove him home. Heard a bunch of stuff, so he's the guy you want to see.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, and
Pleasure, Tommy.
as I said in the first episode, I basically, this is on one hand a remake, so some things have been changed up, maybe even story-wise, I don't know. And I don't remember too much about the story. But what we can conclude here that the FBI is actually going to receive the books about our over our family, and that of course we can't let happen. Okay, just dodge it there. Oh, this is a wonderful car. Although I would like to know how it would feel to drive when it was raining. Our last experience in at least the last episode, I don't know if it spanned over 2 episodes, I don't even know. Yes, it did, sorry. When it's wet, it was not that cool of a drive, although the drifting in the night by rain is actually quite cool looking in my opinion. Okay, going through them, not getting hit. And at the next location we are. So let's park the car up and see what we are going to learn over here. Or what we find out from little Tony.
Everything
Okay, go get them boys.
Okay,
Sport news.
Nah, it's not. What's this about the guy you drove home who's with the feds?
He came in for a drink, which turned into 10. He's hired muscle for some kind of safe house.
Where?
Oak Hill, corner of Pine. He gave me $10 to drive him back and keep my mouth shut. Later on, that Councilor Gilatti's brokered some kind of deal between Morello and the FBI. They were all ready to sit tight on someone in there.
Why the hell didn't you tell us?
Tom, I did. I came in to see Frank straight away. He didn't tell the Don?
No, he didn't.
Tom, what's going on?
Well, that we by now do not know, but now the clues are actually quite obvious.
We return now to the coverage of Game 7.
Okay, then we head out over the bridge and go to the safe house. I assume, okay, that would have been too early, that we are going to get into some sort of shootout. That is all what we want for this episode. Of course, driving is always very, very nice and is fun and everything, but a shootout is actually what I always like to have in games like this, especially when I'm playing FPS ego shooters on the PC and not at the PlayStation. Then this is actually what I've been missing in the last couple of months, really playing a FPS game at the computer and not at the PlayStation. Nothing against the PlayStation, but after years using it, well, I haven't played too many FPS games on the PlayStation, but I never really got used to really goodly shooting on the PlayStation. I know it's all a learning thing, but I haven't got used to that in the last couple of years since I own a PlayStation. But this is not going to be the point. All I want to say, I'm so glad to be back at the PC here with a classic, or with a remake of a classic game, with some sort of classic controls. At least it feels like that. And I can only say I think this remake looks amazing. Gotta love it. At least the design, or not the design, but how the graphics look like, how the surroundings, like everything looks like, the lighting, the trees, the textures and everything. Of course, it can always be better. It can always be better, but it looks quite nice, I think. So what is good with this car? It obviously has not the highest top speed, but what is quite nice is its acceleration, which is quite neat, I have to say.
Looks like the place.
Okay, let's then tail him.
Take me to those account books, Frank.
And we obviously should not get too close to it, and I guess not too far away. Okay, these are actually quite easy missions. Not losing sight on the one hand and not getting too close. Maybe even you could, well, in GTA 5 these kinds of missions were in as well, so it's not only a old school gameplay, but I like it easy. You can look at the city, you can drive a little bit, just don't lose your target, but most times it ain't that hard. Luckily enough, the traffic is not too high, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem, except the car is decelerating very, very quickly, and we nearly crushed into it. So this one I should overtake. And since these guys are actually not speeding, I think at least for now, the speed limiter
Gotta be some kind of meat happening.
is quite neat and handy to not accidentally actually get too close to the car. Okay, of course, what we can already say, what who Frank is going to meet is obviously the FBI. That should be certain. The question is at this spot if there in the end are going to be the books we are looking for.
Ah, shit. They taking you to the airport, Frank?
Well, I don't know if this is the direction to the airport. Then this is then going to be a quick ending for him, I guess, if we go into a shootout at the airport. These little accidents on the right side with the police investigating or looking at the car, which probably crashed into something, I think is quite cool and makes the world really, really become alive. Okay, we are nearly at the airport, so let's see. There probably is going to be a little cutscene any second. That nearly went wrong. Holy crap. And we already see the landing and starting lane to the left. And the city Lost Haven.
They're flying them out of state or something. Fuck, this ain't good.
Okay, so we need to sneak in. That is the point to do. But, guys, sadly enough, that right now brings us to the end of this episode. For now, you know it. I, as usual, really, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed this episode, please, guys, give me a little thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully I see ya in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day. Stay frosty. Bye.